Good morning, and a special good morning to Tobago. So we talked with Tobago this morning. Tobago is getting its first animal hospital. A group of veterinarians have decided to come together to make this reality happen in the coming week. They're here this morning. Joining us, we have Doctors Todd, Denoon, Dr. Paul Crooks, and Danielle John Jack. Doctors, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So first of all, why the need for an animal hospital?
So I'll take that. Basically, what we've been realizing about the island of Tobago, and what I've realized in my years practicing here, is that we are short of diagnostic support, surgical support for animals on the island as a whole. And I'm talking about every species of animal. So what we decided we would like to do with this Tobago Animal Hospital venture is to create a facility that treats and houses all species of domesticated animals. And we are trying to go down a path that we'd be able to do further and advanced diagnostics for all of these species.
So I would imagine it would be outfitted to do various types of surgeries.
Yes, that's what we're planning.
Okay. Now, where will this hospital be located?
So the hospital is in Government House Road, number 50 Government House Road. And for those Tobagoanians who know the area, the landmarks would be the President's Residence. So it's obliquely opposite the main gate. Or another cultural landmark would be the Patricia's Bakery. So it's about 5 buildings north of the Patricia's Bakery on the right-hand side. It'll be a white and teal building. So I'm not great with colors, but it's teal, you know, along that sort of green-blue sort of color.
Dr. Danielle, when is it expected to be opened?
So we open the doors to the public on the 21st, which would be Monday coming, but the official launch of the hospital would be on the 1st of October.
What about funding?
So funding support right now is just coming from us as personal investors. We are going to be seeking help from the Tobago House of Assembly through their business development unit. So we suspect that we should be able to get a lot of grant support from them as well.
Do you all plan on doing house calls or emergency calls?
Yeah, so currently, as we're transitioning, so this week we've been doing house calls for the morning period, and the afternoon we've been starting to operate a clinic. But beyond that, we'll still be using house calls because, of course, for some persons, house calls are a lot more convenient. Yeah. And of course, even with farm animals, I mean, when you're looking at a cow, it's really hard to transport. So by and large, farm animal practice does involve ambulatory services. So vets usually go to farm animals. But of course, with this hospital, we're also looking at the ability to hospitalize patients. And again, the focus is on all species. So not just dogs and cats or the pet species, but also production animals.
Now, tell me about spay drives. Do you all plan on having any spay drives? Have you all noticed a lot of stray dogs or animals generally just roaming around?
So there are many stray animals on the island of Tobago, and certainly it's even worse in Trinidad. So what we have done over the years is we've collaborated with NGOs, and we intend to continue doing that for the years going forward, to work on high-volume spay-neuter programs where we offer free or discounted surgeries for pet animals, dogs and cats, across the island to sterilize so that there'd be no unwanted reproduction. It is part of what we hope to do.
What about boarding? Some persons, when they want to go on vacations and that kind of thing, they would like to have a place to ensure that the animals are being well taken care of. Do you all plan to have that as part of your facility?
That's absolutely part of it. We're going to be doing boarding and hospitalizations. So sick patients, patients that are recovering from surgery, even farm animals. We're going to be hospitalizing those animals, but also we'll have extra kennel space for animals when the owner would travel.
Now, in the Caribbean, for some reason, we noticed a lot of persons, they don't really take good care of their animals. Based on facts that you may have coming to you, or figures coming to you, or even observations in general, do you think that there is need to educate persons a bit more on taking proper care of their animals? A lot of persons are not even aware that dogs need their regular shots, their annual shots.
Yeah, so by and large, we recognize the need for public education. But what I will say is that in my very short time in practicing, so I've just been a vet for about a year, I've seen a greater stratification of pet owners. So by and large, when I was growing up, it was definitely, persons didn't know a lot about animals and their needs. But now we're seeing persons who are very well educated, persons who are really interested in animal health, some who are open to information and are open to learning, and of course those who have that sort of traditional mindset that a dog just needs to be in the yard, it'll take care of itself. So as we continue and we expose to the clients, we expose to the public, we definitely look forward to educating persons, and I think we'll be looking to work with various media outlets to publish information about diseases, about animal care, about welfare in the days to come.
Now, you all are young doctors. As you just said, you've only been practicing for 1 year, but yet you all have this huge venture ahead of you, and you all are very successful so far in making sure that it happens, and I must congratulate you on that. But where did it begin?
So I'll answer that. So basically, I had a vision here on the island because I'm the oldest of the three, and I've been practicing the longest. I had a vision that there would be a teaching facility on the island of Tobago. As a new graduate, I remember what it was like to lack surgical confidence. So I decided that whatever clinic, hospital that I operate, I'll always remember what it was like being a new vet and having that lack of confidence. And I decided that with this venture, that we're going to really establish a teaching facility. And both Todd and Danielle share that vision and that passion to work with new and inexperienced vets and to work with students so that they have a comfortable environment in which to learn.
Have you all done work in Trinidad?
Not. So my work in Trinidad would have just been really confined to the vet school and working with all lecturers there. During your veterinary education, you're also encouraged to do seeing practice where you work under the supervision of a vet. So I've done work in Trinidad and abroad, and I think that's sort of the experience of most vet students. But personally, I haven't done a lot of work as a vet, or as a graduate, I should say, in Trinidad.
Dr. Danielle, John Jack, tell me about your experience as a vet. What led you to this field?
I think like everyone else, there's a passion for animals. That would be your foundation, because I mean, if you don't like animals, then you shouldn't be a vet. Vet school kind of chose me instead of me choosing it. It basically, I wasn't sure exactly what it is I wanted to do. I got into vet school, I tried it for the first semester, and I fell in love, and I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do.
And how do you feel about this collaboration and this new venture that you all are embarking on?
I feel positive. I think the island is ready for what we are ready to offer. We recognize that persons are interested in the services. It is very limited, like Dr. Crooks had said previously, and we are ready to take up arms and offer our services.
And Dr. Denoon, what is your vision for this venture?
Again, so as Dr. Crooks would have indicated, we do share the vision of it being a learning facility. And I think the other vision is that it becomes the premier clinic on the island, the clinic or hospital rather, where we have advanced diagnostics, where we have increase in skill sets. So as vets, you're always continually learning as medicine and as knowledge changes. So that for me, even while I was under Dr. Crooks's supervision, he always encourages learning. He always encourages broadening your skill set. So for me personally, I'm looking for an expansion of my career, learning new skills, learning new modalities of medicine, and offering that support to the society. And by and large, I think as we've embarked on this path, we've had a lot of support from friends, family, and Tobago as a whole. So beyond my personal career goals, I'm looking forward to engaging the island, engaging the public, and just looking forward to that growth in information and how people perceive veterinary medicine, and of course perceive animals and their welfare.
Dr. Crooks, in terms of employment, how many doctors are expected to be employed through this facility?
So at the moment, it will just be the three of us. So it is, right now, it is a venture that we still have to test out. So we know that we can support salaries and overheads for 3 veterinarians. And we'll also have other staff members. But as the years progress and as times change and people's ideas of what they want to do in their lives change, and either one of us or any one of us might move on to do something else, go to do further studies or so on, there will be room for replacements as well as definitely the possibility of expanding what we offer. So right now it will be 3 full-time vets, well, 2 full-time and me there sometimes. And eventually we're going to be getting other full-time vet staff as well. That's the vision.
That's a great venture and a very young one as well. For persons who may want to volunteer to help out other vets who may even be in Trinidad and would want to come over to offer some kind of assistance, how can they reach you?
Well, I'm fairly well known, but I can be reached via WhatsApp at 6888281. Everybody can find me on Facebook, Paul Crooks. We'll have a website, tobagoanimalhospital.com, an email address, support@tobagoanimalhospital.com, so that anyone can reach us. We're certainly always open for students. We're always receptive of new and inexperienced vets. It's an opportunity for vets to get a surgical experience, to see farm animal work, hopefully on a large scale. So this is the idea going forward, and people can reach us in a number of ways.
Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you all, and best of luck with this great initiative.
Thank you very much.
All right, of course, that was Tobago there talking about Tobago getting its first animal hospital.